everybody, and welcome to a special Sunday show of Chat with Trina. I had the awesome opportunity to visit and tour the R&R Studios with owner and founder Roger Ramirez. Hello, everybody. This is Trina with Chat with Trina, and you know what? We've talked, 20 minutes, and I haven't asked the name. Roger Ramirez. I am here today visiting R&R Studios.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw it. I was really amazed at watching what they did online. They do the online concerts. I'm going to let him get more into that. But I saw him do Dominique in the city. So I thought, oh, my God, I've got to meet him. So we're going to just jump right in.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Of course.
So to introduce yourself.
Well, I am Roger Ramirez, and I was born in Mexico City.
Okay.
My parents moved up here for a better life when we were real little.
Yeah.
And I've always been a musician,
Okay.
and I've always been infatuated with music production and video production since we had those like big old like cams, like the VHS tape.
Yeah. You guys will be amazed in a minute. We'll take a little tour so y'all can see what it looks like in here. So do you play an instrument?
Yes, I play. My main instrument is saxophone.
Oh, wow.
So I play saxophone, piano, guitar, bass guitar.
Okay.
I'm a songwriter.
Oh.
So I was always a musician first, and not a lot of people know about that.
Yeah.
That since I started doing this, I don't really push that because I'm always kind of doing different bands.
Do you like this better? This side of things?
I enjoy this side of things, but performing is super awesome.
Yeah. The energy from the
energy.
Yeah. What side of town?
Actually, Westbury.
Okay. You look funny when you say that. Is there?
No, Westbury.
No, Westbury.
It's close. No, I like Westbury. I mean, that's where I grew up. I had no other choice.
Okay, and I'm turning in my chair.
All right. From there, I went to college.
Okay.
I went to the University of Houston to study music.
Okay.
And then I was just playing music. I wasn't working.
Right.
I was just playing music for a
Okay.
living.
Okay.
So that's kind of like
so you're doing gigs.
I was just gigging full time.
Okay. Here in Houston, or did you do outside of Houston?
I was doing mainly Houston with salsa bands, the Latin bands.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow,
the Spanish, Caribbean salsa
yeah,
scene. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Right. So whenever I was going to college, I had this idea like 15 years ago.
Okay.
But I was still kind of living at my dad's house. Didn't really have the money to do it right.
Right.
So, I started producing videos, but not live videos, pre-recorded videos.
Okay.
In my dad's game room. He built a stage. He's a musician. We're a big musician family. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he built us a game room. And so I would put up my handy cams, like old school handy cams, set up like 4 of them, and invite people and shoot videos.
Oh.
But I wanted to start a YouTube channel called my dad. He was very much into like Mexican decorations, so he had 2 like big Apaches.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to call it the Apache Stage. So nothing ever happened with it.
Right.
It just kind of fell through. The idea, life. I got married.
Yeah.
I decided that I needed to make more money, so I got a job. Kind of put that idea on the back burner.
But you always had it in the back of your head.
And realizing now, if I would have just tried a little harder, what it could have been, I probably would be in a whole different situation right now.
Okay.
But after I started working, I got into the whole medical scene. I started working for Methodist Hospital.
Okay.
And one of the surgeons, one of the chief heart surgeons met me, and he really liked the way that I treated him and helped him out.
Okay.
And so he asked me, he found out that I did music. He's big into music and appreciates music. So he asked for my business card, and so he went to my YouTube channel, which at the time it was Apache Stage. I had just a few videos up there, and so he comes back to me like a week later. And he's like, how would you like to work for the Heart Center and be the administrator of online technology?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah. So then, once I started doing that, they realized that I was actually really good with technology. And long story short, I started live streaming open heart surgeries. And in the same manner that I do my videos now, the multi-views.
Yeah.
So, but I would put I wouldn't put them.
Yeah.
The surgeons would put the cameras inside the hearts. So we would have cameras in the heart, inside the body. We would live stream all the vitals,
That
like
is crazy.
the all of the anesthesia, all the X-rays. But actually,
what was the purpose? Just was
to
it for
teach,
teaching?
for education purposes.
Okay.
And so I did that for like 2 years with the huge like budget, obviously, for Methodist Hospital.
Yeah.
But it all came from the idea of the videos. So they were like, hey, and I, like, why don't we try to do this? I was like, yeah, I can make it happen. Just give me some money and we'll make it happen.
Exactly. That's usually what it takes.
Where the idea kind of came back to me, and I was like, like, there's very few places that are doing this online with music.
Yeah.
And there is like slim to none that are actually doing it live with really good quality. There's like Tiny Desk. There's not Double Tree, Tree Sessions. I forgot their full name, but those people record it, mix and master it, and put it up, and they're very successful at what they do. But I really haven't seen anybody that had done it live at that time. So whenever I left Methodist to go work for another medical company.
Okay.
And I built them a production studio, live stream studio. And so they ended up getting rid of me because they kind of screwed me, and I hate to say this online.
Yeah.
But I built them all this, and then I from Methodist, I was at a certain pay level. So once I built everything, they were like, we want to bring in 2 assistants, and we want you to teach them what you know so they can help you.
Of course.
So I taught these very nice people that were paying them like barely anything. And so then once they learned all my techniques and they took my checklist and photocopied all my notes,
and they
ended up firing me.
They didn't need you anymore.
They ended up firing me, and so then after that,
I was that was probably a sign.
I was like, man, why? And but you're right.
Yeah.
At this time, I had been so distant from music because I was very, very comfortable.
Yeah, of course.
And so after that, I was really sad, and I was like, why do I keep building businesses for people? And so, without a job, I just had like
that time.
A few savings left over, and so I was talking with my fiance, and I was like, "Hey, what do you think about doing this?" She was like, man, what are you talking about? Why are you talking about spending the last bit of your money that you have? And so I was like, man, but like I came back to the idea 15 years ago. I was like, but still, like nobody's really doing it. We could really try to do something good for the music community. We could put bands out there that don't really have the opportunity to get some good content.
Yeah.
And but during this whole medical scene, I had built my studio. Like I didn't fully stop.
Okay.
I always had I want to have a recording studio for my bands. So during that time, I had a band. We were practicing here, but that's it. So then after I lost my job, I said I was tinkering with the idea. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna invest in the video system in here.
And invest in yourself.
And so it was a big choice because it was either like having money and kind of coasting it until I found another job, or wasting the money and kind of taking a chance to see what would happen with it. And so, at first my fiance was a little iffy about it, and so like every good fiance, talking about me, I went ahead and just did it. Whenever I feel something, and I'm sure there's a lot of people, whenever you feel something, it doesn't matter who you speak with, and I'm not saying that she was wrong,
right?
But that idea, once that idea gets like planted in your head, you're gonna try to do whatever it takes and just kind of bite the bullet. And here we are a year later.
So it was about a year ago.
It was the idea, the idea was about a year and a half ago, but it took me about 6 or 7 months to kind of invest into upgrading my video system, my mixer, because I didn't want to like get a band in here and be like, oh, like you know,
I get it.
you don't really have the equipment that it takes.
Yeah.
And so we've been doing it since August. So however months August was. Yeah. August 21st was our first show. August 21st. So I say like 9 months, and we have done over 170 bands now.
Really?
And bunch of private shows, and our name is getting out there.
It is, absolutely.
And I was able to kind of, in the meantime, supplement my job by doing what I do, but for different companies. Doing it for different companies.
Okay.
And so I'm kind of fully knee deep into what I do now, and I love it. And the pandemic did kind of bring everything back a little bit. There was a bunch of cancellations, but before the pandemic, we were doing about 30 to 35 shows a month. So
let me ask you this, Lassie. I would have thought that the pandemic made things good for you in the last few months because of people couldn't get out to do live shows. So when I saw you doing this, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome, because now people can come in and they can have the private rooms for the social distance. And mind you guys, just FYI, we are social distance. So I did come in with my mask. I don't know where it is right now, but just FYI. But I wanted to say that. So did that help? I mean, when did people start contacting you about doing this during this time?
So like I said, a lot of people canceled at first, and which was understandable. They were like, the rules of, we can't socialize.
Right.
I think there was a curfew, and so finally about midway through it, and it was after I had this band called Analog Village, which really kind of set me up again to have, because other people started watching. They were like, man, who is this guy, you know? And so actually the music scene is picking back up again with the bands, but because obviously the pandemic, I actually lost my job. What I was doing for because what I was doing like music shows, like live music shows and conferences. And so all of those, all that shut down, and it's gone. So they don't know if it's going to open up until August, and it may not even go back to the same way that it was. So we for all that time we were actually doing it for free. We did all 170 bands, or 150 bands, for free, because I love doing it, and I just want, and so now we have a small fee. And which is still very, very minute.
I don't mean to cut you off, but also doing it free helped you. You were working it because that got the marketing out.
So. The marketing, absolutely, and we're still helping out a lot of bands. Bands like we can't do it. We're like, okay, well let's work some kind of deal. The main purpose of doing this is to help out those bands that don't have the content, and put them out there, because there's a lot of musicians,
so many
that you will never hear of, and that never get the opportunity to have this kind of opportunity to kind of put themselves out there in the internet with good quality audio and video. And so we kind of wanted to be that not the gateway, because that sounds kind of like yes or no,
right.
But we wanted to be that bridge.
Definitely.
We wanted to bridge that gap, and so I think that it's going well. We have my network circle has been exploding.
I'm sure. I mean, and I think when the city was on, I had a watch party here. I was sharing it there. So
did you watch them live?
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh,
I saw that
amazing,
one, and
I
overslept for Dominique, but the city. Sorry, Dominique, but I told him. But the one I saw with the city was so, and I saw the first one you did with the city, and it was awesome. They're awesome anyway, but that was the first time I saw it, and I shared. So this is really, really nice. And then when you send it back out there later, when you repost it or whatever,
and we do it live.
Yeah,
it's all live. It's all edited live.
This time, during the pandemic, was also in my mind. Like I told some people that did it, that did my little. Remember, I had my little 3-night mini concert, and I'm not a techie, so it was not all professional and everything, nothing like this. But I did it because I knew people were missing live music. But also, it gave them an opportunity to get their music out there. So, like what you were saying, some people don't even know these bands or whatever. Take this opportunity to do live.
And there's a lot of bands that have been flourishing.
Yes,
like a lot of bands that were playing a lot. I think they were just kind of relying on the fact that they had their popularity.
Yeah.
And kind of were like, okay, let's not do it. But a lot of bands who weren't out there, which with everything stopping, they were like, you know what? This is the opportunity. Everybody's home, and so a lot of bands that really weren't getting out there have really been flourishing online, it's great marketing for the bands as well. You
Absolutely,
know,
and that's the thing that I want them, that I've tried to say to some people who decide, because one particular person said that he just wasn't gonna do it. I said, but this is a great opportunity for you to be out there and get that music. Because some people use what they call them covers. I just found out what that was not too long ago. I was like, Dominique said, I'm doing a cover. I was like, well, what's a cover? But anyway, he hasn't played his own music. Well, this is a great opportunity to start putting your own music on live, so that people can see, oh, this sounds really good. So,
yeah. I mean, it's
and if you're a lover of live music, what else you have to do right now but sit and watch?
support the music scene. I mean, you know,
absolutely.
Musicians, you know, are struggling during this time a lot, and not just musicians, all type of artists, all type of contractors, all type of people that survive on talents, on the entertainment industry, and so. This is, if somebody watches it later, this is really the time to support the music scene and help out these bands. You know, you may not be able to see them, but give them a like. Share their video. Absolutely. Help them spread their music. That's like so valuable
and
for a band.
Free. I mean, because they will like money, but if you don't have the money, those kinds of things.
Those things at times are even more valuable than some money. Yes, you know, a band getting out there and being seen, because this is not just like playing at a bar. This is, you know, playing at a bar is it's good energy, but that's just right there.
That's right there. Yeah.
And then after you get done with it, it's gone forever. You know, it disappears. It's gone. Definitely. Whoever saw you is cool. Whoever didn't see you. But online, it stays there forever.
It stays there forever.
People can go back and rewatch it. People can go back and share it. People. It's like capturing the living past. You know, it's there. I don't even know if that makes sense.
But. And I read, well, when I do my research for YouTube, you know, or then they talk about sometimes with your live, people may not see it then. So you may not have 1 million people on there right there when it's live. But the replay, when people come back, is when you get most of your numbers up too. So that's another thing I've learned recently. So
yeah, and it's the same thing for us. You know, we've obviously had really good shows. We've had like 25,000 views on certain shows live. Yes. We've had like 150 on some other. I mean, it definitely varies, but over time, you can definitely see that even people from different countries now are starting to see it, and it's like, oh, we watched from Japan, and people start writing all these comments, and it's like, oh, okay, you know, we're able to reach the masses with this, you know,
definitely, and just in one show,
one show.
Which is awesome, because you never know who's gonna. Well, once the world opens back up again, opens up safely, because we're open. We just safely. So how do you feel about this? How do you feel? Like, does it make you feel really good when you see a Japan? Like,
it makes me feel really good.
Yeah.
And that was just one example. There's tons of different countries, and it just makes me feel really good that people find that people are supporting the arts. You know, that. You know, it's not necessarily just supporting me, but people are, you know, looking for music, and it's really exciting seeing the trend of how people like the music, because you know, we're able to kind of see our analytics and see and see what really is trending a little more, and we're able to target that a little more. But it's so exciting. Some of these artists have really good followings, and some of these you know, people that comment are like, man, we've never heard of this person before. That's really good. They have a new fan, you know, like we're gonna share their music, and it's really exciting to engage people through the internet,
and to know that you're a part of that,
and to know that we are kind of helping make that connection.
That's some of why I like. I was told don't say use the word underdogs, but sometimes when I go out, I see a band like. Let's just say the regular Joe Blow. I had never seen this person before. I'm like, oh my God, I've got to let everybody know. You know? So when they get big, it's not like, oh, they're leaving me, but it's like I helped. You know, not being selfish, but it's like I helped that person. To
I was there in the beginning, you know.
And
so.
I like that. But I just like helping. I mean, I don't get paid for some of those things, just like what you said. But it's being a part of the music, keeping the music, the live music alive. Do you think this is going to be a part of that new normal? Because
I think it is. There's and even online, all these companies that I had worked for, that, you know, doing like big productions and are actually, I don't want to say that they're copying what I'm doing, but they're like doing online shows now.
Of course.
And I think that this is going to be the new normal.
Mhm.
Not
Because
necessarily.
we can't do the big stuff anymore. Not no time
Mhm.
soon anyway.
I mean,
because of that.
one of my favorite artists, Dave Matthews, he's
Mhm.
doing concerts from his house, you know, and I'm sure like many
Yeah.
artists are,
Mhm.
and I think that it's gonna be an uncomfortable new normal
Mhm.
at first,
Mhm.
but until they find a safe way to kind of get
Yeah.
the masses,
Yeah.
you know, together again.
Mhm.
But and I think that people are gonna be a lot more careful.
Much more careful.
And not just like, well, which some people are not, you know, there's a lot of
Yeah.
videos
Oh,
of
absolutely.
like, but I think people are gonna be more conscious about what can happen, because
Mhm.
everybody has loved ones, everybody knows
Yeah.
somebody that could potentially be vulnerable.
Exactly.
And I think this is gonna be a big part,
Mhm.
this online production, live streaming, a big part of people's lives now.
It is. Because yeah, even me, I hate taking stuff, but I mean, right now you don't have the choice. Even with I'm in education, so in education I'm having to talk to my students.
Yes.
You know, and then them thinking there may be another way. We're already in our minds thinking, okay, we've got to be ready to talk to students online again.
Mhm.
So yeah, but as far as being careful, yes, because even when I watch a video, the first thing in my mind is I want to shake your hand, but of course we can't really do that anymore. So many of those things are going to change. But someone compared it the other day to 9/11. There were things that we didn't do before 9/11, like the airport. You know, my dad used to take us to the airport to watch the planes take off. That was something that we couldn't do anymore after 9/11. Taking your shoes off, almost undressing at the thing during the airport. So those things are the norm studio. But I want to ask you: is there anything that you want to say to musicians about R&R? So R&R is your last name R2?
Yes.
Okay.
Roger Ramirez.
Okay. R&R. Okay, I just want
So
to be
Roger
sure.
Ramirez,
Okay.
and technically and really it's because my dad. This is my second studio.
Okay.
So when I was young, when I was living at my dad's house and had the idea, you know, we
Yeah.
had a small studio, and that was because of my dad. So really, his name is Raul Ramirez.
Oh.
So then it just and so it just kind of fit with my name as
Okay,
well. So I
okay.
kind of kept that tradition.
And you let go of the Apache.
Yes. The stage is still there though, because my dad's remodeled his house, and it's
Okay.
actually a bigger stage now.
Oh, okay.
And so it's kind of gone now.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
you know, because you know, I'm able to do a lot more things here that I probably wouldn't be able to do there. You know, with the whole, this is not just a live stream. This is more of like studio quality live stream.
Definitely.
You know, it's everything is isolated, and it's a different experience than just everybody in one room. You know, it's everybody. As far as the musicians that come here, they leave saying that this is like one of the best experiences that they have had.
Yeah, absolutely.
That you know, that it really, even though everybody's in different rooms, you know, the fact that I have, you know, monitors in every room, everybody can see each other.
And it's so cool to see it like that, and the different it's the angles and all of that stuff.
So how y'all see it online
Uh-huh.
with the different angles,
Uh-huh.
the musicians are. And right now I have the logo and all the monitors, but the musicians are able to see everybody in every room, also in every booth.
Okay.
And so they're able to still kind of, even
Seem
though
like they're together.
they're together, but there's social distancing here, but they still get that visual of the band. Like the singer's gonna be in this booth, and then like the bass player is in another booth back there, but they're still able to see each other on camera. So they're kind of experiencing the same thing that the people on the receiving end are experiencing.
Yeah.
And it's a whole different energy. I'll go back and read the comments during the shows and be like, hey, this person says this. So it's really interactive. I think actually it's very different than a live show. And a live show, in my experience, whenever you go see an artist, you know, they're in show mode. They are. I don't want to say they're untouchable, but a lot of the musicians, you know, they're there to do their job, and they don't really interact with the band. So whenever they come here, it kind of breaks them down to their human level.
Cool. Yeah.
You get to see a whole different side of them that you wouldn't see at a show. They have their rock faces at the show, but here it brings them down to the human level. And a lot of feedback that we have gotten from people is that it's like, wow, we've seen that person like many times perform before, but we didn't know they were so funny.
Yes,
We didn't know that they were so goofy.
Yeah,
we didn't
yeah.
know that we didn't get to see that
the
side of
human
the
side
personality.
Exactly,
you know,
exactly.
we always see their rock side and their
Because by the time you get there, they're already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they really get to ask them questions,
Mhm.
and people send in questions and
Mhm.
interact with them, and it's
Yeah.
and we're kind of making it a whole experience for the
Mhm.
people, and it's really nice for the bands to leave saying that it's really cool what we do, because even though they are not in front of the people,
Mhm.
they do feel that they are performing for people, and the energy is so much.
Yeah.
It's so real, and it doesn't even feel like you're so distant away. It feels like people are literally
right there.
watching you.
And then you get to go back and see those comments. That's kind of cool. I hate to say that, but is there a negative side? Is there a challenging side? Let's just say a challenging side to what you do.
It can be very stressful.
Okay.
It can be very stressful.
Mhm.
There has been a lot of. So before I started doing this, I did my research. Obviously, I didn't just like
jump up and say R&R Studios.
even though I did, there were still a lot of people that I talked to that had attempted this
Okay.
in the past.
Gotcha.
Because I wasn't the first one to attempt it. I'm the first one to I don't want to say being successful at it, take it to this level, but has been consistent about it, and really continue to do it right. A lot of people that have done this failed because they had a team, and I'm not saying that having a team of people is not good, but sometimes the more people you have, the more opinions that you have,
and the vision gets lost.
And humans are selfish, and I hate to put it like that. Humans. If somebody got upset, and this is just from talking to a lot of people. Somebody was like, I'm upset. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna take my equipment. I'm gonna take what's mine.
Yeah.
So the challenging part about this is that I do this alone.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy doing it alone, but dealing with bands, which I love, I'm very patient.
I can tell.
and I'm a musician as well, so I don't want to say that it's a challenge, but sometimes there are so many moving parts to this. That,
I can't believe you do it by yourself.
That
Just you saying that.
I mix it live. I do the editing of the video live.
So that's you they're talking to. So that's right, because they'll say at the end, okay, Roger. I'll hear them say that, okay.
Yeah, so I'm the guy that sits right there.
Yeah.
And so, but for me, I think one of my biggest challenges, even though we do have like a business account for internet, I think sometimes the internet, I don't want to say that the human factor is not a challenge, but I think sometimes the technology, it's technology. And so, sometimes the internet is out of my control.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
And there might be a breakdown in the lines that we've had that happens to us once or twice out of 170 shows, which is not bad.
Yeah.
And so
it's just you hate it to happen.
And so as we have continued to do this, we have been evolving. Where we are right now, we've had to we've seen, we have seen our first videos and being like, what, I think we need more lighting. We need more cameras. How can we make this easier or more comfortable for the musicians? And so I think funding sometimes can be a challenge too.
Absolutely.
This doesn't just happen.
Doesn't.
There's not a tree with money out there.
I wish. If you find it, you let me know. And if I find it, I'll let you know.
I'm gonna grow some more. I'm gonna take the seeds and grow it. But I think that has those are small challenges. And
even something as small as what I'm doing, there are things that you have to pay for certain things. Some of these apps I have to pay for to do editing and stuff like that. So that definitely can be a challenge too.
But if you have passion and if you love what you do, it's those challenges really become more of like, how am I gonna improve myself? And so once you get past those challenges, and you're able to deal with people, because this is a people business.
Oh yeah.
I love musicians, but some musicians are divas,
Oh,
and they want what they want, and they will not deviate from that.
Yeah.
And so
You have to just
being
adjust.
able to adjust and coach people, because a lot of people come here and don't know that they're going to be playing with in-ears. And so you really have to kind of, at the same time as you're just getting them connected, you kind of have to coach them on like how it's going to happen.
So do they listen, most of them?
Most of them do listen.
Okay.
And most of them are a little skeptical at first, especially, I don't want to say the older musicians that haven't really used in-ear monitors before.
Yeah.
You know, at first they're like, what is this? You know, so I'm like, don't worry, like, I'm gonna guide you through it. You know, sound check.
Yeah,
is
that's
very
another
important.
thing, is helping them to feel comfortable.
Sound, you know, and we have a very, very extensive sound check. I kind of would like somebody to kind of be you know, people do bring like video camera photographers here to take pictures of the bands, but I kind of want somebody to kind of document the whole process of how it goes down, because they can really see how I do the sound check behind the scenes, and people will really get a full idea, because y'all just see the band starting.
Yeah.
But it's a whole like process, a whole like.
Well, you know, I didn't see the sound check, but I saw with Dominique they did something pre, and I know that was probably before. Because I was like, why were they that so early? Because I was like, because he started putting it on before the show came on, and so I saw just a little snippets of y'all working around things, and so you do start pretty early too.
Yeah, we normally do 2 or 3 hours depending on the size of the band of sound check and setup. It's very extensive, very important that we do that to get the quality that we want to portray and project. I've compared ourselves to other people that have done it, and you know, I feel like that we, and every time, and I say we, and it's I. But I feel
I know, and I was gonna say, well, is we you?
No, I know. I've always said we because.
But I'm like,
because you
it's
know,
hard to say just I.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
It's a we.
Roger and Ramirez, because R&R.
I do. I have had people that are partners in a sense that they help me get bands and reach bands. In that sense, I do have partners. As far as the technology and running the shows, it's just me.
Okay.
My fiance, she would help with the interview part of it, but we kind of have scratched the interviews part for a while, just to kind of keep a little more distancing and to keep our family safe.
Definitely.
But yeah, it's been a very awesome journey. And we're already thinking about expanding.
Wow.
You know, we hope to, and we are very thankful that the music community has been very receptive to this. And the fans of the people are just beautiful. You know, I can see the support that these bands get from people. And it's really awesome to get to know so many musicians. And in my 20 years or 15 years of being a musician, I had never met so many musicians as I have in these last 9 months. Yeah. And it's just great. Awesome. And we do all styles of music.
I saw that. I saw
you know, we all styles, all genres. And it's really educational for me in the music scene to be exposed to all these different people, different bands. And it's one of the beautiful part about all this is that I get to hear people's original music being created here. I'm sure. And I, you know, like I said,
do people record here? Like
this is actual recording
studio. Okay.
But when people come in and perform their music here, it's really nice to hear their original talent and the fact that it's getting created here, and we're streaming it live, and it's a huge thing for me as a musician.
And I think, in my opinion, before I let you give your last words, is that some people don't go to clubs. They don't like clubs, right? Or they don't want to be in a big crowd. So this is also a great opportunity for those that love live music, but they've gotten older. They don't want to go out. They can't go out. My dad, especially, they can tune in and watch it live and how it looks. And I mean, everything looks quality. Oh, you do like Dave Matthews. Dave Matthews.
Look to your right.
Dave Matthews. Oh, yeah. You're a Dave Matthews fan. Oh, gosh. I just happened to be talking. I looked up there on Dave Matthews. So I love what you're doing. I also want to thank you, because just like you said, you may have this vision or this dream that you want to do something, and it's hard to get there. I've been, not turn it on me, but I've been turned down by a few people who I wanted to interview, and not many, but a few. And I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this.
It's a
I'm not
pleasure.
big time as me and my house phone,
No,
but I really appreciate this. And if there's anything that I could ever do, let me know. I'm always available.
Spread the word.
I'm
That's
definitely gonna
it.
spread the word and share, y'all. We got to share this video once I get it uploaded.
We have to stick together,
Yeah.
in the entertainment community.
Yes, absolutely.
Like I was talking about you earlier. Yeah, money is good, but networking
absolutely
is powerful.
Yes,
That is really what's gonna get you. Eventually, some of the money and funding,
it'll come.
because somebody can give you money, but if nobody really knows about you, then
That
what's
won't do you any good.
what's the problem? I mean, what's the point? And so, guys, support the music community. Share. If you see something that you like, don't be greedy.
I was gonna say, don't be
keep it
greedy.
all to yourself.
Yes,
Share it. Share it. Tell people to support music community. It's a profession, and people need help right now, and
Big time.
and so we're here to help. If you know of a band that wants to come and do a live show here, we're always open to it. They can get some amazing content. They can find us on social media and all that good stuff.
All the social media, you're all everywhere.
I'm always-
Okay, so guys, where are we at now, Roger?
This is the control room. This is where
First,
the
let me show
magic
y'all his
happens.
Dave Matthews.
This is where the magic happens. This is where I sit and I mix the bands live. Let me turn on this monitor right here. So I don't have the cameras turned on right now, but you're gonna see the multi-view. We have two video switchers right here. This is the main video switcher. Once the cameras are all on, all those little boxes at the bottom, those are all cameras. You will see every shot of the room.
Okay.
And so as I'm mixing the band, if I hear like a guitar solo, I'll go to the guitar camera and fade it in. And
Gotcha.
the volume. And so this is kind of like the control room. So over here to your right, it's a vocal booth right here. This is where we have singers go in, and you can go in there and check it out. And so this is where I'm big into decorations.
I see.
And I made those.
Oh, really?
I carved those out of wood.
Yeah, you were busy. You were busy. And a one-man show. 1.5 because you have your fiance, so 2-man show.
Yes. More Dave Matthews art.
Y'all look at him. He love him. So Dave Matthews, y'all need to share this to Dave Matthews. Tag him.
Look right behind you.
Oh, my God.
We hope to have Dave Matthews here one day.
We got to do that. We got to hunt him
That
down.
would be super awesome. More Dave Matthews.
What is this room?
This is the restroom.
Oh, okay.
Where the
That's
other
always
magic
important.
happens.
Yeah. That's super important.
So, over here, we're walking into the booths. You turn on the...
Oh, wow. So they don't have to bring any equipment.
No. We provide the backline. We provide the drums. This can be a different... all these booths can be used for different things.
Okay.
And let me turn on the lights so
Alrighty.
you can see a little better. Let me get back here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. And I'll turn on this light.
Oh, yeah. How cool.
But yes, this is... we
now,
have
this
the
is my
drummers.
stuff here being a singer. Now, this is my stuff here being... Oh, yes, Sabrina. Isn't it cool?
We have the drums. We have the bass player that sits here. All these things...
Oh, so they're in the same room.
Yeah, they're in the same room.
Okay.
So all these things are cameras that we have. So we have 1, 2... We have one on top of the drums, 3.
Oh,
And
wow.
one behind, just to kind of get all the different cool angles that you see online.
Yeah. And that's done from that one little area where you're at?
That is all
That is
controlled from
crazy.
here. Yeah, the camera right here. Like I said, these monitors turn into actual views of every camera, so they're able
So when
to
I'm in
see-
here, I can see the band.
when you're in here, even though you get this visual through the glass, but you can't see the singer on the other side, you will see the singer
up here. Okay.
And likewise, they will see you.
Okay. This is really cool. Let's see if you got some more Dave Matthews. There you go.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And actually, I went to see all these concerts in Mexico.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cancun.
Cancun, yeah. And then we'll do three-day festivals every year.
Oh, wow. And Tim Reynolds, who's
Tim
that? His
Reynolds.
partner?
That's his guitar player.
Oh, okay.
So they do acoustic shows.
Oh, I love those.
This room has 2 cameras, one for the head-on, and this camera on the side right here. That camera, can you see?
No, I can.
The camera gets everybody with one shot, and so we try to kind of make it.
Crazy.
It's all separate, but we try to give it that cool.
Oh, y'all, look at this memorabilia. You big on that?
Yes,
the Beatles.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
And so.
Oh, Roger, this is really nice.
This is a little storage area.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is super duper cool. How to find you? Just give us your website, right? Well, the Facebook.
Sure. We're heavy on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and type in R&R Studio with the ant.
Oh
the
yeah.
ant
Yeah.
sign, what is it called? The and sign.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Y'all know the and sign. The and sign right there.
So R&R Studio Official. You'll see this logo. You'll see it in white. Look us up there on YouTube. Follow us. Subscribe. We're on Facebook. We are R&R Studio 84 because that's my birthday.
Oh, okay.
And so on Instagram, we're R, and we actually have to type it in.
Okay.
No. R Studio _official.
Okay. Y'all, to be honest with you, y'all can probably just Google or just go to YouTube. That's gonna tell everything.
And we have our website, R&R Studio Official.
Okay.
So everything will be up there, all our social media.
And all kinds of music.
All types. You will find on YouTube right now. We have, I think, over 1,500 videos.
Wow.
That we have done in like 9 months.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Videos. I mean, we have been really putting our time in. We've been doing our. We've been doing our editing. We've been doing, really separating the live shows and creating some good content for everybody to really enjoy. These bands love to hear themselves, and they never really get the opportunity to do that. And so that's what we're trying to do here.
Well, okay, Roger, thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate you. And guys, I'm going to turn it around at me. Thank y'all for watching Chat with Trina today. And Roger, if you guys musicians want to have somewhere to play online, I mean, it's good quality. Once you go to their YouTube, you'll see how awesome the video is, and the live streaming is. You'll see how awesome it is. So take advantage of this opportunity. And let me just show my shirt too, real quick. What's your name? The Bling Pros did my shirt,
Very
and
nice.
I also let me show the mask just so y'all can know. I did come in here with a mask, Roger. Didn't I come in here with a mask? There's my mask. So it's called the Bling Pros. So make sure y'all check them out. Check out R&R Studios with Roger. He's super cool. Bye. See you later.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you again, Roger and R&R Studios, for not only allowing me the opportunity to come and meet you, interview you, and hear your story, but also the opportunity to tour your nothing but amazing studio. It was a pleasure and an honor to sit and chat with you today. Okay, musicians and entertainers, live music folks, come on, contact Roger and R&R Studios to schedule your live performance to be shown all over the world. The studio is top-notch with the most up-to-date equipment out there. Roger is also super patient, he's very supportive, and he's definitely a people person. He has a true belief and passion for supporting live music. Hey guys, the t-shirt and the face mask that I had on today was designed by the Bling Pros. Reach out to them for your shirt and mask. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe to my new YouTube channel, Chat with Trina. Hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video. Bye, and have a great week.